This is Mac OS Ken.
Apple answers Dutch regulators, a sizable showing for the after party, and there is so much stuff coming to Apple TV Plus. It is Monday, the 7th of February, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. Learn more and get started at newrelic.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Kandji, device management for your Apple environment. We know that businesses that run Apple hardware have less trouble with IT, but new hardware and new hires can still be a pain. Not with Kandji. With Kandji, a new Mac can be ready for work in short order with all the apps and settings you want in place for your team. Devices managed with Kandji keep themselves secure. Apps are patched, macOS is updated, and security controls are enforced without active management from admins. Not that admins are completely out of the picture. You want new updates to install as soon as they're available? Would you rather specify a waiting period before installing a new update? Kandji lets you do that without having to deal with individual users or their machines. Mac, iPad, iPhone, even Apple TV. Whatever Apple hardware your business uses, Kandji can simplify managing those devices. Go to kandji.io/macOSKen for a free demo and trial. KANDJI. That's kandji.io/macOSKen. Find out why companies like Lacework, Segment, Allbirds, and others use Kandji for zero-touch Apple device management. KANDJI. Again, that is kandji.io/macOSKen. Your free demo and trial are waiting at kandji.io/macOSKen. So listen, I kind of screwed up and messed up my timing. I'm like Artie Fufkin over here. You know, Artie Fufkin, Polymer Records. He had no timing. Basically means we're doing two topics today. Two topics and a tiny bit of commentary, but they're long stories, and I do hope you enjoy. Apple pulled a move on Friday that made some furious and made others laugh. Well, other. Okay, me. It made me laugh. Out loud. I'll explain why in a bit. First, let me tell you what the company did. TechCrunch says Apple has come back to authorities in the Netherlands, saying to what level the company plans to drop its App Store commission for developers who use third-party payment processors. You probably remember this story. Over the holidays, Dutch regulators ruled that Apple would have to give developers behind dating apps the option to use payment methods besides Apple's own in-app payment mechanism. Apple eventually said sure thing, though the company did make it clear that it still planned to collect the commission, albeit at a reduced rate. We've now heard the rate, and you could really just put reduced in quotes. The TechCrunch piece says Apple has set the reduced rate at 27%, down just a tiny bit from the 30% developers would pay if they stayed with Apple's in-app payment system. On Friday, the piece says Apple updated its documentation page. The part that covers commission says, consistent with the Netherlands Authority for Consumers and Markets order, dating apps that are granted an entitlement to link out or use a third-party in-app payment provider will pay Apple a commission on transactions. Apple will charge a 27% commission on the price paid by the user, net of value-added taxes. This is a reduced rate that excludes value related to payment processing and related activities. Developers will be responsible for the collection and remittance of any applicable taxes, such as the Netherlands value-added tax, for sales processed by a third-party payment provider. Onerous as that might sound to some, there are even more hoops through which developers would have to jump. In short, Apple is making it a pain for developers to employ third-party solutions. Now, that's not the part that made me laugh. We'll get to that. First, let us hear from some angry developers. Developers like Steve Troughton-Smith. A piece from Cult of Mac had the creator of apps like Broadcasts and Pastel for iOS calling the move absolutely vile and saying that Apple executives should be ashamed. In a post on Twitter, Troughton-Smith said, "Absolutely vile. This says everything about Tim Cook's Apple and what it thinks of developers. I hope the company gets exactly what it deserves. Everybody on their executive team should be ashamed, and some of them should not be here when it's all over. We all see you." Instapaper and Overcast developer Marco Armand posted a short Twitter thread. He also called it funny, but I don't know whether he's genuinely laughing the way I did. Quoting his short Twitter thread, "Even if you're not a dating app in the Netherlands, this is worth a read. This is almost certainly how Apple plans to comply with all external purchase regulations until and unless they are forced to be more permissive." He then links to Apple's documentation page and follows that with, "You can just feel how much they despise having to do any of this. They're making non-App Store payments as painful, expensive, and clunky as the regulators will tolerate. It's so good." It can be summarized perfectly with a single character, and then he put up the middle finger emoji. Dare Obasanjo had an interesting couple of comments on Twitter. The first being Apple will comply with the law in Netherlands to allow dating apps to use alternative payment systems, but will still charge 27% commission. After Stripe fees of 2.9%, it will cost developers money to not use Apple's in-app purchase system. This defeats the purpose of the law. The second comment, I'm truly impressed that Apple is just going to give the middle finger to every regulator that tries to get in the way of their 30% cut. Okay, now I'll tell you what made me laugh. Actually, first let me tell you why I sympathize with developers. My podcast, macOS Ken, is funded a few different ways. It's funded by advertisers and by supporters who sign up through Patreon. For every person who signs up through Patreon, Patreon takes a cut. They have never written a story for macOS Ken, and they've never gotten me an interview. What they have done is built a trusted platform that takes care of everything, and for that, they take a fee. Advertisers come to me through Backbeat Media. For every advertiser, Backbeat Media takes a commission. Backbeat Media has never written a story for macOS Ken, and they have never gotten me an interview. Actually, that's not completely true. I've interviewed one of the people from Backbeat Media several times. What Backbeat has done is set up relationships with ad agencies and clients. They've built trust. They've built a process. And they've made sales. Would I like for Backbeat's commission to be smaller? Sure. Would I like Patreon to take none of the money supporters pledge to me? Absolutely. Are these the deals that I signed up for? Yes, they are. I do my work. They do their work. Their work makes my work possible. Because 100% of the sales that I used to make on my own kept coming out to zero. And with that, we will finally get to the part that made me laugh. Apple is going to make the U.S. government tell Apple how much money the U.S. government thinks Apple should be allowed to make. Assuming that Marco Armand is correct, and that this is how Apple plans to comply with all external purchase regulations, Apple's going to make the U.S. government tell Apple how much money the U.S. government thinks Apple should be allowed to make. And that, to me, is hilarious. And I can't say why exactly, but it's made me laugh more than once this weekend. More news in a moment, but first a word from New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. If you're a software engineer, you've had this happen. It's 9 at night, you're finally unwinding from your workday, and your phone buzzes with an alert. Something's broken, and your mind's already wondering what it could be. Is it the back end or front end? Is it the server? Is it something you did? Now the whole team's scrambling from tool to tool and messaging person after person to find and fix the issue. That will not happen with New Relic. New Relic combines 16 different monitoring products that you would normally buy separately, so engineering teams can see across their entire software stack in one place. With New Relic, you can pinpoint issues down to the line of code so you know exactly why the problem happened and take care of it quickly. That's why the developer and ops teams at DoorDash, GitHub, Atlassian, and more than 14,000 other companies use New Relic to debug and improve their software. The next 9 p.m. call is just waiting to happen. Get New Relic before it does. And you can get access to the whole New Relic platform and 100 gigabytes of data free forever, no credit card required. Sign up at newrelic.com/macOSKen. NEWRELIC. That's newrelic.com/macOSKen. newrelic.com/macOSKen. News of another good showing for another Apple TV Plus title. Last week, the video recommendation service Just Watch said that The Tragedy of Macbeth was one of the 10 most streamed video-on-demand films in January. Now iMore has the self-described streaming hub, Real Good, saying that The After Party was among the top 10 series streamed during its premiere week. In case you don't remember, a piece from my download blog says The After Party is a murder mystery comedy set at a high school reunion after party. Each of the 8 episodes features a retelling of the same night told through a different character's perspective, each with its own unique visual format and film genre to match the teller's personality. According to Real Good, the show came in 8th place last week, at least in the part of the web that it watches. Real Good says its top 10 rankings are based on streams and engagements on its platform in the U.S., according to iMore. Apple TV Plus hit with a ton of release dates and information about upcoming series on Friday. We've talked recently about Severance, Pachinko, and Now and Then, but there is so much more coming soon. If you're looking for a metaphysical drama series, Apple says you will find it in Shining Girls. And here I've been calling it a thriller. The streamer's press release says Shining Girls follows Kirby Misrachi, a Chicago newspaper archivist whose dreams of becoming a journalist were put on hold after surviving a brutal attack that has left her in a constantly shifting reality. When Kirby learns that a recent murder is linked to her assault, she teams up with veteran reporter Dan Velasquez to understand her ever-changing present and confront her past. Elizabeth Moss, Wagner Moura, Amy Brenneman, Jamie Bell, Philippa Sue, and Chris Chalk form the ensemble cast. Shining Girls starts on Friday, the 29th of April. You can catch a very short trailer for it now on YouTube. The Magic Johnson docuseries from Apple TV Plus has a release date and, at long last, a title. Apple says, They Call Me Magic is the captivating real-life story of the extraordinary 2-time NBA Hall of Famer and cultural icon, Earvin Magic Johnson. With unprecedented access, the 4-part documentary series explores the remarkable accomplishments and global impact of Magic's life, both on the court and off. The only video we've seen is really just a teaser. It's roughly 16 seconds long, and you can catch all 16 of them on YouTube. All 4 parts of They Call Me Magic hit Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 22nd of April. A female-driven anthology is roaring onto Apple TV Plus. Based on a book of short stories by Cecilia Ahern, Roar is described by Apple as a genre-bending anthology series that weaves together 8 darkly comedic feminist fables that take unexpected approaches to subjects like gender roles, autonomy, and identity. Roar features a cast that just won't quit, including Nicole Kidman, Cynthia Erivo, Alison Brie, and more. The show lands on Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 15th of April. The Apple TV Plus British production Slow Horses is finally making it onto the track. According to the streaming service, the series follows a team of British intelligence agents who serve in a dumping ground department of MI5, Slough House. A piece from Deadline goes deeper on the source material, saying the 2010 book on which it's based, the first in a series of 8, follows the abduction of a young man with the kidnappers threatening to behead him live on the internet. However, there are question marks as to whether the victim is who he appears to be, and there's a murky connection between the kidnappers and the disgraced journalist. Stellar cast, including Academy Award winner Gary Oldman and Academy Award nominees Kristen Scott Thomas and Jonathan Pryce. Apple's press release says the show premieres on Friday, the 4th of April. That is a bit problematic, though, since there is no Friday, the 4th of April this year. A piece from Apple Insider lists the premiere date as Friday, the 1st of April. Since Apple TV Plus premieres things on Fridays, we'll assume it was a typo on Apple's part. Apple TV Plus hit with news of a weighty-seeming series to end the week last week. The Cupertino streamer put out both a release date and a trailer for The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. Based on the novel by Walter Mosley, a description about a year ago from Deadline described the show saying, Ptolemy Gray is a 91-year-old man forgotten by his family, by his friends, by even himself. On the brink of sinking even deeper into a lonely dementia, Ptolemy experiences a seismic shift when he is given the tremendous opportunity to briefly regain his memories and uses this precious and fleeting lucidity to solve his nephew's death and come to terms with his past. Samuel L. Jackson plays the titular Gray, joined in the cast by Walton Goggins, Dominique Fishback, and others. It hits Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 11th of March. You can catch the trailer now on YouTube. Do you remember the Apple TV Plus series Dear? Personally, I remember it happening, but I never actually watched it. Whether you saw it, missed it, or totally missed it, a piece from Apple Insider says the series, which is from Emmy and Peabody Award winner R.J. Cutler, spotlights internationally recognized leaders, entertainers, and athletes through intimate letters from fans. Season 1 featured such luminaries as Spike Lee, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Jane Goodall, Big Bird, and others. You got about a month to catch those ahead of Season 2. Upcoming episodes will feature Viola Davis, Malala Yousafzai, Sandra Oh, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and still others. The whole of the first season is available to stream now. Season 2 begins on Friday, the 4th of March. You can catch a trailer for Season 2 on YouTube. So running through a list of upcoming series and docuseries, the first 2 episodes of the Ben Stiller-directed workplace thriller Severance hit on Friday, the 18th of February, with new episodes on following Fridays. That same day, Friday the 18th, sees the arrival of all 4 episodes of Lincoln's Dilemma, a docuseries exploring the legacy of President Lincoln and the country's complex journey to end slavery. The second season of Dear premieres on Friday, the 4th of March. The first 2 episodes of The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray hit on Friday, the 11th of March, with subsequent episodes hitting on subsequent Fridays. The following Friday, the 18th of March, the first 3 episodes of the Jared Leto Anne Hathaway WeWork series, We Crashed, hits the Cupertino streamer, with a new episode each Friday for the following 5. The first 3 episodes of the generation-spanning, globe-spanning drama Pachinko premiere on Friday the 25th of March. The first 2 episodes of Slow Horses probably hit on Friday the 1st of April. All 8 episodes of Roar will hit at once, with the full series premiering on Friday the 15th of April. They'll do the same again with They Call Me Magic, launching all 4 episodes on Friday the 22nd of April. The first 3 episodes of Shining Girls will start that series run on Friday the 29th of April. The second season of the Israeli espionage thriller Tehran begins on Friday the 6th of May. And the Spanish-English mystery thriller Now and Then starts its 8-episode run with the first 3 episodes on Friday the 20th of May. Hey, remember when Apple TV Plus had nothing? It's been a while. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Kandji, device management for your Apple environment. Learn more at kandji.io/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. Learn more and get started at newrelic.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.